Tonight I'm losing my layers, I'm letting you know. So won't you come back into me where you belong? Losing my layers, I'm letting you know. So won't you come back into me where you belong? Won't you come back into
My
me?
favorite winter foundation is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Foundation. Now, because I have dry skin, one would think, girl, why are you wearing a super matte foundation? But this has probably been the most beautiful matte foundation I've seen. If you take care of your skin properly beforehand, so you exfoliate, you moisturize, you make sure that all the pieces are in place before you put this foundation on, it is a gorgeous foundation to wear. And if you have dry skin like myself, it doesn't emphasize those maybe textures that you have on your skin. It doesn't emphasize large pores, and it will keep you matte and non-shiny for the whole day, which is ideal because I live in a cold climate. So I want a foundation that will last me all day long. I don't have to worry about touching it up. And this is a beautiful foundation. Beautiful. Okay, going in order, we're going to primer next. Now this is the Hard Candy Sheer Envy Primer Longwear 12-Hour Power. That was a long one. But this is a great primer as well. What can I say? It's again another Longwear product. You'll see a theme here. All my makeup products are Longwear, or are primed for long wear, and I do that on purpose because I want to not have to worry about my makeup application or my makeup after I apply it. But this is a really gorgeous primer. I mean, it has sort of a lotiony feel to it, and when you put it on your hand, it sort of just blends into the skin, as you can see here. But it's really a gorgeous primer. I feel like it prolongs the wear of my foundation, which is crazy because the foundation by itself is long wear. It lasts forever, but combined with this primer, it lasts even longer. Let's move on to concealer. This is the e.l.f. HD Lifting Concealer in the shade Fair. Now this has been one of my favorite concealers for longest time. I use it to carve out and define my eyebrows. I use it as a foundation or as an eyelid primer sometimes, and then set it with translucent powder. But it sort of has a gel sort of consistency to it, but it blends into the skin. It doesn't crease, or it doesn't emphasize my creases in my eyes. Because let's face it, girls, if you have wrinkles under your eyes, no amount of concealer can help that. Let's be real. But this doesn't overemphasize the creases I have under my eye, and it wears for a long time. So that's why I really love the e.l.f. HD Lifting Concealer in the shade Fair. Now I will say the one disadvantage is they don't have very many shades. I think they have like 3 shades. So I'm sorry, not a lot of diversity in this concealer, but it is a gorgeous concealer. Next, translucent powder. What can I say? So my favorite has always been the Coty Airspun. Ever since I've tried this stuff, way long ago, I've loved it ever since. It's very finely milled. I mean, it was $6 for a drugstore powder, translucent powder. It's finely milled. It's not very expensive, and there is a lot in here. So this could literally last you a year plus. And I've really loved how it just sets my under eyes and really makes it look blended in with the rest of my makeup. And it doesn't really crease. It really keeps your under eyes matte, especially if you like that sort of look where it's like no shininess is peeking through. But for me, this is top dog. Next is bronzer. Oh, an oldie but a goodie. This is the Wet n Wild Color Icon Bronzer in the shade Ticket to Brazil. I saw Kathleen Lights talk about this so long ago, and I got it and I've loved it. It's really nice because if you're fair, it's not very orange. It's very neutral in tone. It's not too warm. It's not too cool. It's sort of the happy marriage of neutral and warm, or warm and cool. Neutral. But it's a very finely milled bronzer as well. It blends into the skin really well, and it doesn't look splotchy or patchy, which I love a lot. Next is eyeshadow primer, Too Faced Shadow Insurance. Don't even need to say anything. You guys have seen this on my channel for years. I love this stuff. Probably won't run out. It's great. Set it with a little translucent powder, and you got yourself the perfect base to have your eyeshadows last a long time and not crease on you. So I really do love this stuff. You get a generous amount too, so you can't run out unless you use a lot. Then girl, I can't help you. Next is setting spray. I've been using the Spritz to Fix setting spray in Dewy. This is really nice. The spray is very like, it's milled, finely milled, but not to the extent where it's like, oh my gosh, that sprayer is great. But it does get the job done. It does make your foundation, all your makeup last a lot longer. And if you've over powdered your face, it will make it look hella natural, girl, hella natural. But I just love it. It's my favorite setting spray, and it was so cheap too. I love it. Next is highlight, another Wet n Wild color icon. It is the Reserve Your Cabana highlight. Well, it's a bronzer technically, but it's a highlight for me. Again, another mention of Kathleen Lights, and I've loved it ever since. Finely milled, it looks so pretty on the skin. It gives sort of a sheen, not necessarily like a wham bam highlight, but it just makes your cheekbones look so pretty and so illumined and so gorgeous, and that's why I love it. Shadow palettes are go. Okay, so my ride or die that I've been using for forever now is the e.l.f. Matte for Matte eyeshadow palette. Now I love this palette. Ooh, I'm flash y'all. I love this palette because it is truly a matte palette in the sense that all the shades blend well, they are pigmented, they do not crease, they are great transition shades, and they will work for a variety of skin tones. A variety. So I love that e.l.f. is really like stepping up their levels of quality in their products and their eyeshadow palettes specifically, because this is a great palette for not a lot of money. And I think that is as a company, to have that, do that as a company, I think is a very admirable thing to do. So I love this. All the shades are pigmented. Even the palest one shows up on my skin. That's all I can say. I love that. And even the darkest black is a very good black. So I love this. It's affordable. e.l.f. has not gone wrong yet for me. I love their stuff. Keep doing what you're doing, e.l.f. You do you, boo. Okay, next is the CoverGirl True Naked Goldens. Now, we all know what palette this is a dupe of. It's a dupe of the First Naked palette by Urban Decay, but a much, much cheaper option than that one. Ding. No, but this is a gorgeous palette as well. All the shimmers are very pigmented in the sense that it's a very sort of multi-purpose palette. You could use the shimmer shades, especially these two lighter ones right here, as highlights if you wanted to, if you're into that. And even the gorgeous sort of bronzy shade in here is gorgeous. I love this. I've been using this non-stop. And for me, during the winter, I usually wear lighter makeup. So something like this, or something like a shimmer, one of these shimmers across the lid, throw a shade of this into your transition, you're good to go. You're out the door. Super fast, super easy to do. And it's a gorgeous palette. All the colors I love. And then this Forever 21 palette. Now, not all the shades in here are great, but there is one shade in here that is stunning, that can be mistaken for black. And it is this super dark, super gorgeous purple right here, or plum. And it's black as all get out. It's so black of a plum color. but on the lid, it's just like, it's gorgeous. It's a gorgeous color. I use it all the time. If I don't feel like wearing a black in my outer V, I'll throw that in my outer V as a replacement for black. And it's a lot softer on the eye versus having that black. It blends well, it doesn't crease, it lasts, it doesn't fade, and it's a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous color. Okay guys, so that's been my like winter beauty mix up. If you guys like this video, then comment, rate, subscribe. Please subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys later. Bye guys.